First, we want to tell you about a story we've been working on today. An assisted living facility has been shut down by the state after repeated violations and claims they put their residents' lives at risk. 12 News journalist Sean Rice is speaking to family members of their senior residents who are pushing back, saying the facility was taking good care of their loved ones.
60 elderly residents and their families have been given less than 2 weeks to move out of Avanti Senior Living facility here in Peoria. The caregiver has been in a multi-year battle with the state over what the state found inside. 21 violations that they claim put the residents' lives in danger.
That's where we sit right now, just in an unknown, uncharted territory.
Rosalind Rogers had less than 2 weeks to move her mom, Carolyn, out of this assisted living facility. She learned last week that Avanti no longer had a license to operate. The Texas-based company had it stripped by the Arizona Department of Health Services for several violations of Arizona's administrative code.
She's very, very confused, and she doesn't really understand all that's going on because everyone's disappearing. Moving out, it's very empty.
The state alleges that Avanti failed to notify residents of available vaccines, had at least one caregiver who wasn't properly trained, and claims medical records did not document multiple services being provided to their residents. In a statement, Avanti calls the violations, quote, administrative and paperwork infractions that had no impact on the care their residents received. Elderly residents and their families now left scrambling to find another place to live.
And I am beside myself because this is day 3 of trying to find a place to go that's as nice as Avanti, because we're not finding the same kind of accommodations as they have here.
What do I do? How do I get everything packed? What's going to happen to me?
These are the questions Elizabeth Novak, Community Relations Director at Avanti, is now fielding from residents. She's known many of them for years and is emotional at the thought of never seeing them again.
It tears me up.
In a statement to 12 News, the Arizona Department of Health Services says they share in residents' disappointment with being uprooted on such short notice. They say they exhausted all options to get Avanti back into compliance, but ultimately the violations continued. In Peoria, Sean Rice, 12 News.